Hey everybody, we've just arrived in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Not sure what we're doing today. It's a it's not a short, it is kind of a short stay here, but it's also really early, so we're able to start exiting the boat at 7 a.m. But we have to be back on the boat before 1:30. So it's kind of short. We were hoping to maybe go have lunch in San Juan, but how slow my mom walks and stuff, I'm not sure we'll be able to. But I kind of checked out last night at about 1 o'clock or so, while my parents were in their room, but me and my aunts were watching a movie, and then they were going to go gambling, and about 1 o'clock I said, I'm tired, I'm going back to my room. So I went to my room, went to sleep, and never did figure out what we're doing this morning. So I'm letting them all sleep a little later. I'm already up, but I'm sure my parents are up too somewhere. But yeah, I'm not sure what we're doing. Anyway, let me show you. There's a huge ship next to us. I mean, it could be smaller than ours, I can't tell, but from down here it looks huge. Remember, I'm on the second deck, which is kind of convenient because they are disembarking right underneath me. So this little white tent, that's where everybody's getting off the ship at. And yeah, enjoying their trip. Some people are getting off way down there, but that won't work for us. We need the least amount of walking for my mom and for me pushing that wheelchair. Oy vey. Anyway, yeah, there's San Juan, Puerto Rico. So you get off at the dock here, and then those white vans are probably carnival excursions. So you would walk down the middle of this blue thing, and you would figure out which one of those was for you. And yeah, and then go from there on your excursion. But yeah, it's much prettier than this, what you're seeing, because it's just surrounded by, of course, ocean and beautiful beaches and all that. And not sure how much I'll get to show you this time. And I don't think I was doing YouTube at the time I was here last. So unfortunately, but you never know when we'll be back and can do a video not so encumbered. But you know, you make the most of everything, right? And I've already contacted my sister-in-law back home where my parents live and said, hey, this has been going on with him, you need to get him an appointment. Monday he returns, get him in as soon as possible. So get some help with this issue of his heart rate and his pacemaker and all that fun stuff. So yeah, here we go. Talk to you later. Bye. Oh, let me show you this. It's kind of cool. Down here on my balcony, can you see this? It's salt. It's literal salt from the ocean spraying onto here every so often. That's pretty cool. Anyway, all right, but I do not get wet or anything when I'm sleeping out here on the balcony. Okay, guys. Love you guys. Bye.
Well, it's inside. It is a beautiful building inside. If you guys get a chance in the future when they open, because it's been closed for a long time, but they do some tours. They go inside the Capitol building, and you can see it. Beautiful. One of the Roosevelts over here. Yeah. The other one here, Franklin Delano Roosevelt on a wheelchair. He was in a wheelchair and he came in here a few times. These presidents you see here have honored Puerto Rico with their visit and helped Puerto Rico one way or the other. Kennedy, Johnson, Ford, and Obama.
Yay!
You got all the good ones in here.
Where are the bad ones?
All the good ones.
Well, they're not nowhere around. I mean, they did good over here.
Didn't you have do you have a statue of Trump? I thought you had one here.
We have it. A 6 foot under
like that
plant
one.
right next to Obama.
Oh, he's next to Obama.
6 foot under
He's
the
6
ground.
foot under. Yeah. Okay.
Under the ground.
Thank you.
He wished he was 6 foot under.
Because I remember seeing.
But now he won again, and we might have, because the government we have is a Republican as well as he is.
Oh.
And he might get in her mind one way or the other to build
Oh my
Obama's got his hands out.
Well, we are against this.
Oh, there he is.
We got it, 100%.
Who's that?
I don't know, but he looks nothing
That's
like a
Johnson?
Bobo.
Johnson?
I told you about it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's the Capitol building.
So we have no Trump?
No, there used to be Trump.
You want to throw a picture of it? Anybody?
No, we're good.
good.
We wanted to take a picture of Trump.
I'm getting
We
it.
want to take a picture.
I'm getting
slap
it.
with- Get Obama. Get Obama.
Yes, I got him. There he is.
Trump is
There he is.
We don't know Obama.
He's under the plant over there.
That is
He's
so
under the
funny.
plant.
As he should.
Under.
As he should.
All right.
They buried him.
Now, Munoz Rivera was the guy that took over to translate for the Puerto Ricans. He was well prepared to take the place, and he had to do
weird
with the
pose of
construction
this
of the Capitol building.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
It
yeah,
says
yeah.
the only Capitol building in the USA that is built in front of the ocean. You can see the ocean right there.
I remember. Okay. Over here? Yeah.
And if you look
It's
on this
USA,
side,
but-
the right-hand side, on the walls, you're going to see 78 symbols. 78 symbols. For 78 towns in an island of 100 miles by 35. Very small. For 78 mayors. Eating on the top in front. Spaces, cannon spaces. Aiming all kinds of way on this side of the island, of the city. Aiming all kinds of way where they used to shoot with no mercy, and hundreds of soldiers who were running down this way to kill the Spaniards at the time. Bag of peas in his hand.
Very cool.
And next to the lamb. Right here. And I'm going to stop a little bit here so I can tell you that when the rich and millionaires, Catholic, together with the poor people that came to build their own houses, together, ended up to this place in here, they finished the last house, they built themselves a casino right in front. This purple building here,
That's
light
the
purple
casino.
building.
Oh, yeah.
That was a casino in the old time,
Couldn't
built
see him, they'd be in the casino.
Yeah.
to celebrate that they had
Was it
finished
a
the
hotel
old
too,
town.
so they could see it?
But they didn't finish at the time because they kept on going straight down the other side.
Yeah,
If you look
volunteer.
right in front of the
We're
casino,
here, and then
right in
goodbye.
front of the casino, we have the first plaza with the trees right over here on the left-hand side. It's Christopher Columbus Plaza. Christopher Columbus was the guy that guided Ponce de Leon with the ships and everything to conquer Puerto Rico and fight the Taino Indians. Pitas or sentry boxes. See the sentry boxes?
Yeah.
Sentry boxes where they had a guard standing day and night, watching out to the ocean in case the enemy was to come. They screamed the enemy, and they get prepared to receive them. Over here, we're gonna see the thickness of the walls of the old town, right on the next to us. They're repairing it to keep them alive. The spaces in between the walls, the thickness of the walls, and the garitas every so distance. These spaces in between them is where they used to roll the small cannons to shoot down to the shore where they were coming by the hundreds, the soldiers all over the place in the time. This purple building all the way to the end was built in 1523 to 27 for hundreds of Spaniards. They came in here to study to be a priest. By the at the beginning of the 18th
It's the first cemetery.
is that bastion, the chapel, and up in the top is the fort, the main fort, right in front of the bank. You see, and protect the entrance of this bay. And he was very successful because they won all the 4 fights that were done before the USA came in here. They won them all. You see the front of the the fortress?
Beautiful.
San Felipe del Morro. The name is right there in front. See? See these guys?
You?
They don't know what they're doing and they park in the front. The reason they come around here and give me tickets.
Here we go, the horn war. That's gorgeous.
Move it. Move it.
To the other end is where they had the other fortress as good as this one. They used to crisscross their shots. After they had the first, they burned the city in the time and whatnot. That's the guy that wanted to become a government at the time. Didn't make it, he was a teacher. It was in wood. After that, they built it back again in 1540. 1540 to this day. This guy's about to be remodeled as well. You can see the road the way it is. It's a pain for me in my pocket. It is part of my job. It goes into transportation. But I gotta do it. Over here is the beginning anyway. Look at this.
Oh, there's Norwegian. Okay, I just went outside. I have to show you this. So, first of all, I hope you enjoyed the little piece before this, I believe, if my editing went right. That was our tour of San Juan, Puerto Rico. So we were in San Juan, and I have to push the wheelchair, so I don't have time to normally film like exits and showing you the city as much, because my hands are full pushing the wheelchair for my dad, but so I wanted to show you part of the tour. It's just a beautiful, beautiful city. If you ever have a chance to go, please go. The food's great. The drinks are great. The ocean on both sides. The island is beautiful. The architecture is great. The history is amazing. So please go if you get a chance. And let me know how you think of it. But I loved it. And it is part of the USA, so they take American dollars and everything. Great. So I wanted to give you part of the tour. But now I'm in my room. I have like an hour and a half before I'm going to meet everybody for drinks in the atrium bar before we go to dinner. And I tried to open my balcony door. It is pretty dang choppy out there today. And the wind's really big, so it's probably the biggest waves I've seen on this cruise. I've seen worse, but on this cruise. So let me show you me trying to get out of my door. Oh, if I get my finger off of the camera. Okay. So here we are, okay? I'm pushing with all my might. Holy crud. Okay, we did it. I got a book there. I want to read a little. And then I'm going to go get a room. Oh, there's birds. There's birds. How beautiful. Look at that guy soaring like nothing. I used to gotta go get... Oh, they're amazing. They're amazing. I love any kind of nature. But anyway, we are on the way leaving. Look at these waves. Look at these waves. Holy guacamole. Look at them. Those are some big ones. Wow. But you can still see San Juan. Bye, San Juan. I love you. And it does have like mountainous area. It's so pretty. So pretty. But they took us through the poor part of supposedly, I guess when they got the Puerto Rico and through all the fights for it, you know, everybody's fighting for it back in the 1500s or whatever. I forget who he said, but somebody gave them a piece of the land and they donated it. They bought it and they donated it to poor people. So it's a special area where the poor people had their homes. And to me, it's amazing because the homes are on the ocean view, right? Like, I wish they did that in America. I'm gonna live in the ocean. But anyway, I'm just kidding. Anyway, everything else here, like a lot of it has been fixed from that major hurricane. I don't know, it was like more than 8 years ago whenever I went to Puerto Rico the first time. But yeah, but the poor section, still like no roofs, no walls. It's horrible. So I do feel bad for them for that. They do get hurricanes and stuff. But me and my one aunt were like, we want to come live here. So it was like, it's heavily Catholic, and not that I'm overly religious or anything. I don't really go to church and stuff, so don't give me bad comments. I have my beliefs. I have to live with my own decisions, but to each their own. But in Texas, like, Catholic people are like a minority, so I'll be like, I'd be in the majority again. Anyway, highly Catholic, a little more political leanings that I have. We won't go into that. But anyway, it's very cool. And what I really liked about them was they showed, I don't know if you saw that one little piece, they showed an area where they have all these statues and words on the wall and stuff about, like, they honor different types of people. Like, they had a whole section honoring teachers. And I'm sorry if I get political on this one. It doesn't have to do with any side or anything, but I think as a country, we don't do enough for a lot of the service fields, like teachers. They should be more highly respected or highly paid, in my belief, but and honored, because that's a tough job, and that's the future of the country. If we don't educate our children well enough, we got no hope, right? I mean, that's education, knowledge, power, right? And then they honored another section for, I forget what that other one was for, but they just honor different types of people and respect them and all that, and I think that's really cool. But yeah, it's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful city if you get the chance to go see it. But anyway, so me and my aunt were kidding, we're going to move here. Ocean everywhere. Oh yeah, my dream. You know my dream, right? But anyway, so I just wanted to show you the waves and stuff. I hope you enjoyed that little tour. Oh, look at the birds. And why I'm like, look at the birds, is because when you're out in the middle of the ocean, you don't see any animal life. Like, if you're lucky, maybe a dolphin or two. But to me, it blows my mind that underneath all of that beautiful water is so much life going on under there. But from here, you're just like, it's water. I don't see a dang thing. But there's like a whole bunch of different creatures down there, right? Swimming around, enjoying their lives, or getting eaten by other animal life. But yeah, like, come on up, guys, I want to see you. So when I see the birds, I'm like, hey, animals. Anyway, so yeah, that was our tour. It wasn't as good as we wanted. It was more like, first of all, it was just comical. Like, he could barely get the wheelchair in there, even though he assured us he could. I do want to tell you, though, that as far as wheelchairs, scooters, that kind of thing, the city is very, very old. So the streets, a lot of them are brick. Not as much handicap accessible, like sidewalk areas and stuff, cracks in the, cement and stuff. It's an old city, right? So it wasn't real handicap friendly. And a lot of the streets are very steep up and down, so it'd be hard pushing a wheelchair. I mean, if you have a scooter, that's one thing, but the wheelchairs, it was difficult. So if you are traveling with somebody that needs that kind of assistance, just be aware you might have to take taxis everywhere or take a tour in a van or something, because just walking around would tend to be difficult depending on where you wanted to go. Just keep that in mind if you ever come here. But I've never had to deal with that before, so it's bringing new insights into my life. It's bringing new insights about people. Like, I can't believe how many people will push in front of us, in front of the wheelchair to get on the elevator first. Like, hello, I never do that. If I see somebody in a walker or a wheelchair or a motorized scooter or something, I'm always making accommodations, like, here, let me help you on, or, oh, let me get out of the way. And so many people just walk in front of you as if you don't exist. So I just have a new, understanding of it, and more respect for the people that do have, live that life and are like, come on, people, give them more respect. They're human beings. They just have a different life situation. And if you can help them out because life's a little more challenging for them, then, oh my God, do it. Get out of the way, miss an elevator or two. Get out of the way when they're walking. If you're in the middle of an aisle, don't just stand there talking. Back up a little bit, because I'm going to run your toes over. So I just drive everywhere going, meep, meep. Or I'm like, student driver. And if they don't get out of the way, I say, excuse me, very loudly. And I've even made a face or two at people like, what? You're really not getting out of the way? I don't mean to be rude, but come on, people. Like, it's just kindness and common sense and respect for your fellow humans, I don't care what color you are, what political belief you are, what sex you are. I don't care about any of that stuff. You're a human being, and treat them with respect. Don't pretend that they're not there. And I will not get off my soapbox, but it's just, come on, I treat people nicely, treat my dad nicely. So anyway, but yeah, it was a good tour. It was funny. And one of my aunts fell asleep, and the other aunt was like, take a picture of her, because she was like, had her head back and her mouth open. So we took a picture and just kind of giggled about it. And we're all in good fun. We all do that to each other, so we're not offending each other. But We know our limits, where somebody would be offended. And then one of the twins fell asleep, so her twin got a picture of her. we're like, here they are enjoying their tour. But they stay up late gambling and stuff. Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice day today. Got in a little bit of a political debate with my dad, and he got very angry at my aunt. But he seemed to get over it after he separated from us for a minute or two and came back. I'm like, shouldn't really get mad at the people who have to push you around in your wheelchair, but it's okay. We know better. We know better than to talk about it, but sometimes he just pushes our buttons. Yeah, that was interesting. And I knew they would happen. I think I told y'all, I was telling everybody I knew, like, this is going to be an interesting trip because my dad knows better. He knows where he falls, and he knows where all the rest of us fall. But he's still got to, like, it's just that personality where he's just got to make that one little comment just to set you off. And yeah. So that was a bit interesting. Even my mom got mad at him at some point. Was like, I'm not even sitting by you. So, but I'm still making her laugh. We're still getting her to laugh sometimes. You know what's weird? I don't know if you have anybody in this situation. So, I think I told you my brother bought her a arm bracelet, like one of those medical alert things. And it may or may not have a tracker in it. She seems to think there is. I don't know for sure, but that's a great idea because I had talked to y'all about, like, it'd be nice to have a tracker on her because sometimes she'll wander off. Now on a boat, she ain't going to go anywhere and she's going to get found and somebody's going to help her. But in the normal world, like when we get off the boat or stuff, oh, that bird came close. When we get off the boat and stuff, she could get lost, right? So I was always saying, I wish I could put a tracker on my mom just to be safe. It really doesn't work on this trip because on the boat, I mean, I pay for internet so I can talk to you guys. Yes, I pay extra for y'all because I love you so much. But they don't, and so, like, my dad's hearing aids communicate with his phone, and that's how we adjust the volume and stuff. That, of course, doesn't work. That's internet. He's got a pacemaker monitor something machine, which talks to his doctor, sends in his pacemaker numbers and stuff, and that, of course, is not working without internet. I mean, nothing that's life-threatening, but, ooh, that was a big wave. Look at those. Awesome. But yeah, so stuff doesn't work. So I'm sure a tracker's not going to work without the internet, or I believe it wouldn't. But I always thought of my mom, where am I going to put it? She doesn't take a purse with her. She loses items. She doesn't have a wallet. I mean, there's no way to put anything on her. So if he did find a medical alert bracelet that has a tracker, that's a great idea for anybody else out there who needs to just keep track of somebody that may need, may needs a little help with that. But my brother did put a tracker on my dad. This one for sure, because I saw a tracker on my dad's car keys. And my dad's not happy about it. He says, why does he have to track me? I'm reassured that if they went somewhere and maybe they were gone too long or whatever, my brother could find them. So that's cool. That was a cool thing. But yeah, internet's not working with the tracker on my dad and stuff when he gets home is a cool idea. But yeah, we have to follow my mom, and then she locked herself in the bathroom stall. She couldn't unlock it, so my aunt was helping her with that. I wasn't in there for that. So it's been a challenging trip. And I don't mean to sound, maybe this will make me sound horrible. I hope it doesn't, but it's like I love my parents to death, and I want to spend time with them, but it's hard. It's hard seeing my dad not independent and being able to walk around, do his own thing. It's hard seeing my mom just in her condition and just kind of lost and stuff. It's just not my parents anymore, especially my mom, and it's like I'm losing her already. And then it's also hard because, all the rest of them are retired and can travel as they want or do whatever they want, and I only get 2 weeks off of work a year, that's a long time, right? A year. And this is my vacation too, so it's just a little more structured with I have to go and get them out of the room all the time, and I can't, like, if my aunts are at a lounge chair in the sun, my mom and dad don't like the sun, so then I have to be like, do I go by my mom and dad, or can I spend time with my aunts who I never ever see, compared to my parents who I do talk to on the phone and stuff. It's just been hard, and I hope you still like me after this, but those are my honest feelings, and I should be able to say how I honestly feel. I just feel like I've been pulled into, and it's been hard. It's not what I envisioned, not what I thought it would be. I didn't know the shape they were physically and mentally in completely. before this all happened. So it's been difficult. Yeah, it's been real difficult. Trying to relax, but that's hard. Anyway, I just came out here to show you the waves, but you know me, I just jabber and jabber. So I hope you've been enjoying this. I'm sorry I haven't been doing more taping, but it's been hard. I'm enjoying it. Any moment I get to spend with my aunts, I enjoy immensely. When my mom is in her moments and a bit more conscious of everything and laughing, oh my God, I love it. My dad, other than this little political argument, been having fun with that. It's just, they just are more needy of me, and it's so hard. My dad said, like, in the morning, like, we all know, we all set a time, we're all gonna meet at a certain spot for breakfast at 8 o'clock. And my dad said my mom will start about 7 o'clock, going to the cabin door, their cabin door, opening it, looking for me, saying, when is she going to show up? Where is she? What is she doing? She'll call my phone over and over and over again. I'm not ready to leave the cabin yet. And she'll keep checking the door. So it's been hard. It's been hard. Yeah, it's been hard. It's hard to have aging parents, but it's hard to not have them. So I understand both sides. And some of you are like, I'll take that over not having my parent around, but please cut me some slack. Just understand a little of what I'm going through. It's really hard, and I just wanted my vacation to be relaxing and happy and joyful and uncomplicated, and it's definitely not. So yeah. But anyway, the cruise ship is amazing. So let me get you down on that. St. Croix, we did not like. There was not much to do. There were no tours. The taxis would only take you from like point A to point B, whereas like in San Juan, we just found a taxi guy, and he's like, I'll give you a tour for an hour, and it'll only cost you $20 a person, and he took us all around. They don't have that in St. Croix. So unless you have a destination, you were going to a specific destination, they wouldn't drive you anywhere. And right when you get off the dock, there's really not that much to see at all. So it was not one of my favorite islands. Or San Juan, I could enjoy on my own, even if I was walking around in the restaurants and the whole, just the look of it and everything. It's beautiful. And then next we're going to Grand Turk, our last stop. And that one you can basically, literally get off the ship, walk down a dock that's not horrifically long, but walk down the dock, and then you're at the beach. You don't have to pay for an excursion, nothing. You're at the beach. You probably have to pay for the chairs and the umbrella, but you don't have to pay to get there, right? And then there's also like a shopping area and some restaurants and stuff right there. Of course, you can do excursions and tours and all that too, but if you don't want to do that or can't afford to or don't care to, and you're a beach person, just get off the ship, go to the beach. If you want to shop, just get off the boat, shop, go back on the boat, or you can just stay on the boat, whatever you choose. So that's our last stop tomorrow, and then the next day is a day at sea, and then the next day is back to Orlando, and I'm hoping that my dad is fine to drive himself home. I believe one of my aunts is going to drive my dad's truck and drive us to the airport in my dad's truck with them, so he doesn't have to do that part of the drive. And then that's actually probably better for him because it puts him back where he originally arrived, and he doesn't have to figure out a new route from Port Canaveral to Jacksonville. He just has to kind of reverse how he got to Orlando and get back to Jacksonville. I think it's a 2.5 hour drive for them. So hopefully he'll do fine with that. He won't be walking or anything, So yeah, and then I already informed my sister-in-law what happened and asked her to please, make an appointment with his pacemaker doctor for Monday if possible, so they can figure out what to do with him and if he can go through with his knee surgery on Tuesday or Wednesday or not. And yeah, but I just wanted to let them know what was going on, so I instant messaged her and told her everything. So hopefully we'll get this taken care of, and I hope he's not mad that I went behind his back and kind of told them, but they need to know his medical condition, and I'm sure my dad would have fibbed about it. But anyway, you can see we're so far from Puerto Rico already. It's like way out there in the distance. So I'm going to take a little moment and read my book. There's my book. I'm a bit through it. Let's see, where am I? Here's my little, so not even halfway, but I'm going to read for a little bit and then go down a half an hour early, get a seat, take my book with me and read. We're going to get together for an hour for drinks, and then we're going to go to dinner and see what we do after that. Okay, guys, I hope you're all doing well. I hope your life is as uncomplicated as possible and you're enjoying yourself. love your loved ones, especially at the moment. You know, you never know what can change or how it can become, or if they get like my mom and it's just not my confidant anymore and all that kind of stuff, because she just is not cognitively there for that. So enjoy everyone that you have for everything they have and how they are, because you never know. You just never know. And in such a short span of time, I mean, it was a day. He was fine. First day we boarded, and then the second day when he fell, and everything changed at that point. So quickly, stuff can change. So love everyone. Love everyone. Be kind to people who need help. Don't push in front of them in the elevator. I mean, I know you want the Lido bar and the buffet, but we can wait a minute. It's still gonna be there. But anyway, and my mom is eating tons of chocolate chip cookies and cakes and ice cream and having the best time of her food life. And she's actually eating really well on this trip, which she doesn't normally do, my dad said. So that's good. But yeah, and my dad's eating a lot to match his t-shirt and hat that say, WTF, where's the food? He says that's what I came for. You know a little about my dad. But guys, life is good. Life is good. We have a couple moments. We got to get through them. Look for the positive. Smile your way through it as best as you can, knowing everything ends. Some ends are good and some ends are bad, but everything does end. Even the hard times will have an end to them. So, all right, love you guys. Hope I can get a little more film on tonight. Oh, the birds are diving in for fish, I guess. They just keep flying into the water, and yeah, pretty dang cool. All right, guys. See ya. Bye. Here's our dining room. I forgot to show you this the other night. There's like a gondola here, and they make the lights look like we're on water. It's absolutely beautiful. Balconies and stuff. We're on the bottom floor. There's more upstairs. And then look at the ceiling. This is absolutely gorgeous. Hi guys, it's Dub again. I just want to say good night to everybody. Just got back to my room. It's a little after midnight. We were having so much fun in the piano bar. That's where one guy plays music and sings, and everybody in the audience sings along. So it was a lot of fun. Had a great dinner. Look at these waves. Aren't they amazing? So I'm getting ready to go to bed, but I just wanted to say good night to y'all. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. And looking forward to tomorrow, where we'll be in Grand Turk. So that will be awesome too. We'll see how that goes. But wanted to give you your night sounds, and then I'm gonna hit the hay. Yeah, I had 2 drinks tonight too, like in a row. Called what is it? Kiss on the Lips. It was called Kiss on the Lips. Very fruity, very delicious. But the bartender, waitress, she was doing both jobs amazing. But anyway, she made 2 of them, I guess, and she was like, couldn't find who the other one belonged to. I think she made it on accident, but I don't know. But anyway, I was drinking my 1 drink, and then she brought me the 2nd drink and said, here, take it for free. I accidentally made it. So, not normal for me, but I drank 2 drinks. So I'm feeling a little up. So I hope I can go to sleep. Anyway, here's your last sounds of the ocean for tonight. And have an amazing day, night, whatever it is for you. I'm enjoying these waves. They're so cool. It splashes way out. That's awesome. Ship's a little tiny bit rocky, but nothing like nauseous wise or anything. But yeah. All right. Enjoy this. Night.